Glad to see that you were right. This isn't too far from the coffee shop. No, not at all. I don't mind the walk. It's a nice neighborhood. Hey, I would never judge your apartment like that. This was all unplanned, so... Yeah, I'm glad you called. Thank you. No, I'm not cold. It's actually pretty toasty in here, considering it's so spacious. I do like it. It's really open and there's a lot of natural light. You have a beautiful apartment. I mean it. I'm not just saying it to flatter you. As much as I'm sure you'd like that. I was expecting it to be a little different. I'll admit that much. I thought you'd be a little bit messier. No, I'm not saying you look like you'd be a messy person. This is me admitting that I might be the messier one out of the two of us. Sure, you should come over one of these days. You can bet on it. I'll be cleaning up before you do. It's not that bad. I do not need a cleaning crew. Before I change my mind, you keep a very clean home. But yeah, I'm very distracted by your bookshelf. I couldn't hide it if I tried. Could I take a look? Of course I would ask. Books can be a very private thing to some. I'd hope you don't go around showing your books to just about anybody. Scandalous. Yeah, I'm still talking about books. Are we on the same page? You have quite the impressive collection. I've never met anyone who has as many books as I do. It definitely rivals my collection. I could give you a run for your money. It's a deal. Next day at my place. Maybe I'll even cook something for you. Everything I said was true, and I do love to cook. That'd be fun. I wouldn't mind having my very own sous chef, as long as you don't mind reporting to the head chef. Hey, me of course. Keep going the way you are and you'll be demoted to doing the dishes. Yeah, this one caught my eye. It's a beautiful edition, and I have one just like it. I didn't expect you to be into the classics. I don't know. That's on me. I shouldn't have assumed it. And it looks like a very well-read copy, too. One major difference. Bold of you to assume none of my books are annotated. I think that makes us about even. Yeah, it does. I'll admit, most of my books are in really good condition. But I did very recently take the leap and decide that I wanted to take some notes and highlight certain parts of this very same book. I have a couple of different copies that I've picked up over the years, and I keep that one hidden away because I don't want anyone to read it. It's this feeling of intimacy that you don't always want to share with everyone. I thought about how there are so many copies of a book that exist in the world, but my copy is a one of a kind. There is no other like it. Just like yours is the only one of its kind. You weren't entirely wrong before, though. If you had asked me that about a year ago, I would have been adamantly against it. I can't even bear the thought of folding the top corner as a bookmark, though I still stand against that. There are so many good bookmarks in the world. We should let them fulfill their destiny. Yeah, I've used receipts and train tickets and whatever I can find. But I've never met anyone else who annotates their books. I I can't take this. I can't imagine what it would be like to read someone's thoughts like that, especially on the pages of a beloved book. I'd feel like a peeping Tom. You're letting me peep. Are you sure? Okay, I'll take it today, but I won't start reading it until I give you my copy. Don't worry, I really want to. I'd like to share that part of me with you. Do I seem nervous? You wouldn't be entirely wrong in thinking that. I have something to confess. It's a bit embarrassing and you can't make fun of me, okay? That may have been my first kiss. Everything I thought it would be. It was nice. Did you? Are you making fun of me? They only get better, huh? I could give you kiss number 2, and maybe 3 if you behave. Your hands feel nice there. Are my hands tickling the back of your neck? Your hair feels so soft. I've been wanting to run my fingers through it since the first time I saw you. What did I say about making fun of... Yeah? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Did you like it? Oh, sorry honey, I'm not one to kiss and tell. I liked it. A lot. Your lips feel really soft on mine. Different. Good different. But mostly it's intoxicating. And that's enough of that talk. I'm not shy. Okay, maybe I am shy. And too honest for my own good. If you ask me something, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. But that's enough of asking about your kisses. Well, for one, the source that you're drawing from has only one pool of data, and that is cheating. And anyway, I'm not done looking through your books yet. I'm not changing the subject. Technically you did. Here I was talking about books before you swooped in all swoopy. And you distracted me from what we were doing. A most welcome distraction, I'll give you that. But please, do tell me more about your books. I can see that we have relatively similar tastes. There's probably one place where I digress the most. It looks like I have more books on science than you. I am a giant geek, but guess what? So are you. How is that a false accusation? The evidence sits right here in front of me, and frankly speaks for itself. I've read this series too. I loved it. Yeah, let's sit down. Yeah, I'm comfy. Yeah, I'd like some water, thank you. Okay, don't freak out. Thank you. What do you mean? No, don't worry. I know you were just teasing me. There is one thing that I wanted to ask you. Does it bother you that I'm not as well versed in things? I don't know, I just wondered. I don't want to come off as naive. It worries me a little bit, I can't deny that. Which is why I would talk to you about it, rather than let it sit on my mind and bother me later. No, it doesn't bother me how many people you've dated. Yeah, I guess it does work both ways. I just wonder if you'd prefer someone who kind of knows what they're doing, at least, and isn't as clueless as I am. I did what came naturally to me. I'm not a natural, and now you're just teasing me again. Huh, that is an interesting notion. Are you going to teach me all your secrets, oh wise one? Oh, I have no doubt that you're a strict teacher, but you should always be expecting insubordination from me, and perhaps even mutiny. You know, just to keep things lively. You're not wrong. There are so many ways to keep things lively in a relationship. So I've heard. Can't help but be a bit embarrassed. There is that. That is a great idea. We could be called the Blanket Fort Club. And we could meet once a week. Oh, but that's just one club. We could do the movie night club. And the book club. We could discuss our latest book swap and the annotations we made along the way. You know, I'm not sure how the regulations work around that. I'll have to check and see if there's a section where it talks about it's only two members being in cahoots with one another. Don't worry, I know someone in HR. She'll smooth it out for us if we ever get into any trouble. I have my connections, and that's all you need to know. And seeing how it was your idea, I don't want to be stepping on your toes. You should probably host the Blanket Fort Club. No? Why would it have anything to do with building the blanket fort? You seem more than capable of such an endeavour. I'll do movie and books. You can be in charge of food. I'm sorry, but what happens in the blanket fort stays in the blanket fort. It's kind of like international waters. Pretty much anything flies. Yeah, I thought you'd come round to my way of thinking. It didn't take you too long at all, did it? Yeah, I've had a lovely time today. I'm glad you called. I didn't think I would be sat in your apartment, lounging on your sofa like this. If I had known, well, I would have bought my copy of the book, and we could have made a start on each other's thoughts and notes. Do I look like a patient person? But no, I couldn't start reading yours until you have mine. I couldn't do it. Yeah, I don't mind. We could head to my place and pick it up. At the same time, rip off the band-aid that is my messy apartment. And you can have a look through my book collection too. Oh, come on. Are you going to keep account of my kisses? Can we forget that I told you that? Why can't I go back? True. I wouldn't change it, even if it does mean you're gonna spend the rest of the day teasing me. Not just today. I'm gonna melt into your sofa and disappear. Do you have any better ideas? Hi. Practice does make perfect. And I'd very much like to lose count.